In today's video we're going to be looking at giving the grass a mow, first mow of the season. Haven't done it for 3 months. It's coming out of dormancy, getting some green shoots everywhere. We'll talk about that more when we get it done. Also I'll have a chat about the Scotty mower I use, see how it works so everyone can understand how it stripes up. Also got to get onto Acelepryn, which is the insecticide to obviously keep bugs away and beetle and whatever. We'll talk more about that when we get onto it. Also the first granular fertiliser of the season, get that down. Also check the weeds out, see how they're going since we did the application of herbicide, trying to get rid of them, check out how all the weeds are going, and right, let's get to it. Welcome to Dad Vibes, where we do all things dad. She's fairly windy today, as you can probably tell with the mic. Probably not working that great, but see how we go. So the granular fertiliser we got is Plant Doctor stuff, Champion Lawn and Greens fertiliser. It's a greens grade fertiliser. Biggest difference between sort of greens grade fertiliser is the prill size. That's the biggest difference you'll probably find. I don't know if you can see or not, but that's tiny. Reason why we want to use that stuff is because I'm low and so mowed, 20mm or 15mm. If you use the standard prill size, it's got more chance of it sitting on top of the leaf than getting past the canopy of the plant. If it sits on top of the leaf, there's a good chance it'll probably burn the grass, get stuck on top of it rather than going past the canopy into the soil. So that's why they have that granular size. Last time I used fertiliser was Inoculate Complete. Similar product. Difference between Inoculate and this stuff is Inoculate's got wetting agent in it. It's also got humic acid, but it is expensive. It works really well, but it's expensive. It's $180 delivered, whereas this stuff was on sale, and I think I got it for 110, 120. So see how it goes. I have used it once. It seems to work pretty good. We'll see how we go this season with it. You probably want to be putting this down every 8 to 12 weeks, depending on weather, how much water you get, obviously rain, how much you're watering it. Ryegrass that I've got is a very hungry lawn. It grows really fast. Peak season, I'm mowing it every second day. Unless I get some PGR down, then I'm doing it about once a week. We'll talk about that more so when we get close to that. The other thing we need to get down, Acelepryn, as I spoke about earlier. This stuff's insecticide. It tries to prevent black beetle, grubs. We want to try and keep them away so it doesn't destroy our root zone. This stuff protects for up to 6 months. And so the last time I did it would have been the start of March. We're in the start of September, so it's time to get it down. I haven't had a problem with bugs before. I think the grass I had here before, the ryegrass, which would have been Canturf Canberra blend. So it's like a Kentucky Blue 12 fescue mix. When I got rid of that, I rotary hoed the whole place. I think I found one grub in the whole place, and I didn't really have that much trouble with that grass over the 12 months. So the spreader I use, this is a basic Scott's one. It just spreads it everywhere. I've got 2 spreaders. My other one I've got is just a drop spreader. Use that drop spreader when I'm doing seeding, because you don't want your seeds going flying everywhere, whereas this stuff isn't such a big deal. You can just blow it back on, whereas your seed, if it goes flying everywhere, you get it in your garden beds or everywhere you don't want it, apart from on the grass. So let's get on to the Scotty. Okay, so this is Scott Bonner 17-inch Model 45. 17-inch basically means the cutting width. You can get different sizes of cutting width to the Scotties. They're an old mower, Australian built mower. Back in this mower is probably from the 70s, late 70s, so 78 around there. It does have a tag on it, it sort of helps. They do have a Scott Bonner Restorations group on Facebook that has a load of information, so if you do end up getting into it, that's the group to see. I'll get this up, I'll show you how the cylinder works to cut, what the differences are between the cylinder mower and your rotary. Essentially, The rotary mower just spins around and slashes at the grass. Does obviously cut the grass, but doesn't give as good a cut, nice clean cut like the Scotty does. Obviously are other cylinder mowers that you see out there, golf courses and whatnot, bigger mowers. I'm looking at getting a commercial mower soon to do the putting green. When I get that, you'll find out. I'll show you that. But I'll get this up and we'll have a look at the cylinder. So how it works, you got that cylinder, it spins around. As it spins around, it comes down onto the bed knife, which I'll show you under here. Might be able to see that, might not. Spins around onto that bed knife, it cuts the grass. We'll check to see how it's cutting before we go and use it. Show you how to do that as well. I just need to get some tools to lower us down. Because of the first cut of the season, I want to try and cut low. I usually cut down to about 20 mil around there. I'm going to make it down, I'm going to take it down to 10 mil. The reason I'm doing that for the first one is just to cut low, give it a fresh start, get rid of all the old dead grass, and it will start growing really quick after we get all the fertiliser down. And it will be, take it back up to 20 mil, cut there for the season. Looks pretty good there. So I just got to get some tools, move it up, check to make sure that the cylinder's cutting properly. Right, this is a height of cut bar, you got to get under there to adjust it. First we've got to get this so it's at 10 mil. So that is about 10 mil, if you can see at the bottom of that bolt. 10 mil. Oh, let's check it. There you go, that seems pretty good. See that? Just sitting on the bed knife between the drums, rear drum, and the front roller. That's what gives you your height. So we'll check all the way across the board. That one's fine there. Yep, that's good. Tighten that up. Now we'll check to see how it's cutting. That's cutting good. It should be cutting good because I had it sharpened only not too long ago. See if I can get you to have a look. Yeah. There you go. That's what we want. It's all ready to go. So I did a restoration on this about 12 years ago. About 12 months ago, a year and a half ago, something like that, I don't really remember. Basically pulled the whole thing down, stripped the whole thing down, the sandblasted, got it powder coated, Ron Burgundy, beautiful colour. New engine, new bearings, checked out all the chains, they're all good. New clutch assembly. Yeah, it's turned out pretty good, I'm pretty happy with it. One problem I've had, which is the cork drive clutch. It actually fell apart a couple of times. I think it was because I was using the incorrect adhesive, but I've used the stuff that everyone recommends, which seemed to make a difference because I haven't had a trouble since I've changed it about 6 months ago. So yeah, alright, let's get a mow on. Let's have a look at some of these weeds. Yeah, you can see all these weeds here, they're all starting to go off. You can see those ones starting to go off a little bit too, because as I said in the last video, weeded them out. Biggest notable thing, let's go look at this big one over here, all the clover. So that one, yeah, it's on the way out. All the clover's diseased. That was the first thing to go, which took about 24 hours and she was gone after that. Started going. The one big thing I noticed when you use the herbicide is, you know, the grass looks greenish before you use it, and after you use it you get it down and you see all these dead spots. So it makes your grass look worse, but it is getting rid of those broadleaf weeds that you don't want. And also because I'm mowing so low, the weeds don't like it, so they generally don't stick around when you start consistently mowing. But see, because it's after winter, they're bounced back in growth, the weeds are starting to come out, get rid of them and then start mowing again. Now they recommend that you should be getting fertiliser down, then start doing herbicide, but I did it with the herbicide down first and now the fertiliser. The main reason is because I'm going to do a little bit of overseeding, which I'll show you maybe in the next couple of weeks. There are those spots that I want to try and fill. I've changed my mind on the putting green. They will still be getting done, just not into the growing season, not into this growing season. So usually when you do your seeding for cool season grass, you do it going into spring, going into autumn, one or the other. Usually it's going into autumn because it's a cool season. You want to go through winter with it rather than going into spring then summer. It still works, mind you. I've done it in going into spring and I've also done it going into autumn. But best bet is to do it going into autumn. So that's what I've decided to do with the putting green. So I won't get done for another 6 months, but in preparation of that, you can see all the other stuff. So that's why I'm going to fix up all the patches here with overseeding rather than taking patches from the front. But we'll talk more about that when we get to the putting green. First time. First time. So I got the mow done in the rear. You can sort of see the stripes. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. But with ryegrass and that mower, that's the main reason using it. Get those stripes going and the good cut obviously. How the mower does it is with these drums in the rear. Rolls the grass over, makes it flat one way, comes back the other way, makes it flat the other way. Sun bounces off the leaf because ryegrass is such a shiny grass that's why it looks so good with the stripes. Not so great now just because I've sculpted it a little bit, best mow of the season, and also it's not that green, it's still coming back to life after it being off colour. With those weeds, mowing over them, but with the cylinder mowers, if the grass or the weed is too long, it won't cut it properly. You have to have short enough grass to cut it with a real mower. So there's that weed there, didn't cut it all the way, and then also the clover didn't cut all that away either. But over time, repetitive use with the mower, use the herbicide, they'll be gone in the next couple of weeks when I go to do the overseed. Let's go to the front and see what I can do out there. I've got to blow before I mow because of all those leaves on the grass. If I mow over them, it just pushes the leaves down rather than mowing the grass. So I've got to blow it all off. And also, I usually mow before I whippersnip. One main reason I do that is because of the heights I'm mowing at. If I mow then I whippersnip, I miss some edging and it sticks up and it just annoys the shite out of me. So that's why I do it. Get to a blow, then we'll start mowing. Okay, there shall be no whippersnipping. I don't have any cord, which is so retarded. This is how today's going. Dropped the phone, the screen's cracked, no whippersnipper happening, stuffed up the recording. It's just getting better and better for me here. Anyway, let's have a look at the grass, see how it's looking. Looks alright. Could look better. It's just been cut lower, as I said, down to 10 mil, so it's looking nice and flat. Look at that. It's looking good. There are some spots. Might need to do a little bit of an overseed. Lift that puppy up here. Bit of an overseed. We'll fix it all up through it as we go along. Let's get on to the Fert Acelepryn. Alright, let's get these sprinklers on and see how we go. Oops. We're out. Never got any leaks. Seems to be working pretty well. Got to get down at least 6 mil of water, as it says on the back of the application, of both the Acelepryn and the granular fertiliser champion. How the irrigation works, it's got 3 zones: front, rear, and rear next to the camper. To get about 6 mil down, I've probably got to do 60 minutes in the front, probably only 40 minutes the rear, and probably 70 minutes to the rear next to the camper. So yeah, we'll let that go in, see how it goes. This is probably one of the crappiest videos ever, to be honest. From not recording, camera falling over, shit just wasn't working. Anyway, we'll see how it turns out.